Welcome to your mom. We got a special guest today. Cock in the hen house. Cock in the hen house.
Show is going south real fast.
I've been waiting for this moment for so long. It's really one of the reasons why we started this podcast.
This is the only reason.
It's because we knew we were going to get Ed McCaffrey on one day.
And I just want to make fun of Ed McCaffrey in some public venue.
Well, thank you, Kim, and thank you, Amy. Big fans of the show.
This is going even better than I thought.
I did not get my grab bag in the green room. I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah.
Is it waiting for me?
Here.
And with your blue M&Ms. Yeah, we do have a grab bag for you because your
nice.
mom is brought to you by Flex Power.
Nice, and I need this.
Rub
And you
that
do.
on that leg you
Are
broke.
you more of a warm Flex Power or a cool Flex Power?
I'm more warm.
Warm.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. They're both good.
Have you tried the
have you? It's before after workout,
It's
right?
true. And now that you're only working
Before
out because you're a house husband.
Yeah,
Right.
I got a great workout in yesterday. I could
I
get used
hate
to this
you.
real quick.
I
Thank
hate
you.
I want to punch you in the
Breadwinner.
face.
When
Oh my
you just
God.
sent her off to
no,
work and then got
well,
to...
you know,
Literally,
I
I gotta
I make sure
stop.
Lisa has her coffee and her continental breakfast, and then I maybe cook up a couple eggs. I go back to bed, wake up a little bit later,
Right.
and then got a great workout in, walked around the neighborhood, met a lot of new neighbors, new
Oh.
friends. That was fun. Came back, hung out, sent a couple of tweets. and that was-
You're into the
that's
tweets.
really
Your
about
tweet
it.
game has
Yeah.
really...
You know, now I get it. When you got about 8 hours of free time during the day, you got to do something, right? I've been trying to.
I wouldn't
walking.
know.
I have
used-
been a walking billboard for you guys. I'm
You
trying so
have.
hard.
No,
You've
you
done
have.
a better
You're the
job.
best.
Right.
You're
You
getting a
are.
raise. You're getting a raise.
Maybe.
You're doing the great. I think it's incredible what you guys are doing. Your
Oh,
podcast
but you
is
kinda-
awesome. Big fan.
Thank you.
Thanks for having
But
me.
you
on.
kind
What do you think you've done for your beauty routine that you really liked in this new 2.0 version?
Lisa pointed out when I told her I was going to be a trophy husband that I got to hit the gym a little more. So I've been trying to work. I got to shed like 30 pounds. She met Jimmy Garoppolo in the elevator the other day.
Oh,
And it's putting the pressure on me. Like, don't set
We
unrealistic
haven't
expectations.
told
Just
that story.
Let me at least just get in some better shape before we have that conversation. So I think I lost a pound. yesterday.
Okay. One day at a time.
Skipped dessert.
That's
last
good.
night.
Hey,
Gotta
you're going to
start-
make a great
gotta
trophy
start
husband,
somewhere,
Ed.
right?
You
I'm
do.
trying. That's my goal.
It's the little daily changes.
That was my world a couple.
Can we tell the story about when
Yes,
Jimmy
yeah.
G met you in the elevator, though? Because you kind of slow played that when you
You
told
know
me.
I'm sitting right
Oh,
here.
sorry. Close your ears. Just
Let's do it maybe one
tell
time
me
when
about,
Ed's
Yeah.
tell me
Right
about
here.
Jimmy
Oh
G.
my gosh, I was literally Star Trek. Oh, the elevator doors open is Jimmy G standing in the elevator. I swear to God.
In Philly on the way to the NFC
yes, on the way
Championship.
back. I was going up to grab something out of the room and he's coming down and Ed, go away. And he lifts his hand and goes, "Oh, hi, Mrs. McCaffrey. I've been dying to meet you." He knew that I was Mrs. McCaffrey.
Of course he did.
And I'm like, oh, I was like a schoolgirl. Like, I didn't know what to say. I'm like, oh, no, wait. Yeah, my husband broke his leg. And that's a good thing that you broke a bone in your foot because it heals up. It'll heal up. I know it will. I couldn't. I'm an idiot. Anyway, that was mine.
Did you get his number?
He got mine. I'm kidding. No.
Jimmy G is still very popular.
He's
You got
so
tons of
nice.
cheers,
Oh
tons
my
of
gosh, you
cheers
guys.
coming
He's
out of
literally
the elevator.
his parents did something
And,
right. He's
I'm
such
bummed
a
that he
so
won't
sweet.
be. It doesn't seem like he'll be in San Francisco, but I'm
But we said
bummed
that
he's
last
in.
year.
And we said that last
We
year.
said that
and who
last
knows?
year. Don't count it out.
I
You
know.
never know.
I
You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although you
He's
may
so
want to,
sweet.
you may want to
Great
have him
quarterback.
You may want to talk to
Yeah,
Peggy
now
about
that I
getting him
think
traded
about it-
away.
Now that I think about it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, maybe he can come to Denver.
Oh yeah.
Closer to home.
I'm good with that. Oh,
so I got some work to do, is what you're saying. Okay, I get it.
we felt like we needed to come you on and have it. This is kind of like a public intervention. I'm here to tell you about your wife's
Yeah,
podcast
sorry.
prowess
Sorry.
and what it's done for her fame. But people are recognizing your wife, like in bathrooms, and she's not just Ed's wife anymore
Yeah.
or Christian's mom.
I went from being myself to the mustard guy to Christian's dad to Lisa's husband. So and now
Your
I'm
house
just-
I'd say
now-
that's like
now-
this.
Now I'm
Yeah.
the number one in line, your mom podcast intern.
You are
I've
doing a
worked
great
harder
job.
Actually,
You
you're
know
number
what?
two. Noelle's
Oh,
number
gosh,
one.
no,
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
not-
Noelle's
she's a
better. Shout out to
videographer. She's
Noelle.
better
Yeah, she's
than-
actually professional.
But I'm
yeah.
the hardest working intern on this podcast.
You are.
That's true.
I
In
have a
this building.
video of Ed coming down the escalator here to Radio Row with our sign that he went and picked
No.
up from FedEx
Yeah.
and a whole thing. And he's just taking his job very seriously. And you were coming down,
I'm
and I have a whole
focused.
video
The
of it.
guy
It's
at the
great.
FedEx made my day. He was a Broncos fan, so he
Oh.
did make me feel
Love
relevant
it.
for a
Wait,
few
that's so
seconds. Yeah.
great. It's so nice that someone will fluff your feathers every
Yeah,
now and then.
that's awesome.
We're here to bring you
So-
back down to
Oh,
earth.
thanks.
So I paid him that money. He got
Yeah.
the
Thank
check.
you.
Oh, yeah. Lisa, is there anything that you've wanted to ask Ed that now that you've got a microphone in front of you that feels like
So
the right time?
Ed,
We're entering a dangerous zone.
there's a
here.
lot
I
of
know.
things I
Too
need.
many things,
Ed, do you
probably.
remember?
Nothing on
Do you
air. Oh,
remember
no. Help.
when I had Dylan
Yeah, I do.
and he was huge? You sure you remember? Because okay, ready?
10 pounds, 14 and a half
I had the
ounces.
biggest baby on earth, and we didn't know it was going to be that big. And he comes out, even the doctor like turned white, was like, oh my gosh, whoa. And this is a little bit gross, but I started bleeding profusely.
Yeah, that
and
happens.
My awesome husband, this was at a time, it was like right the Broncos' height when they had just won a Super Bowl and they were rolling the next year. I think they just won their second Super Bowl actually. And Ed was kind of popular in town, so all the nurses were like, oh my God, is Ed McCaffrey? They were freaking out. And I'm here delivering a baby. Doctor's the only one that cares because all the nurses were more preoccupied about Ed being in the room. And I'm like pushing as hard as I can, finally comes out. And then like bleeding like crazy. I had to get like a K shot. They almost had to do a transfusion.
Scary.
And Ed saw the blood and he passes out, like faints, like gets faint. And so I'm not kidding, every nurse in the room,
I didn't
stop.
pass out.
You didn't fit yet. Well, that's
But
debatable.
I was
all the
holding
nurses literally
the baby.
go over to, he was holding the baby. They see that he's like getting queasy. They take the baby, they put the baby aside, Dylan aside, poor little Dylan, no wonder he's like the way he is. Puts him aside, leaves Dylan, leaves me just bleeding out. And they're all hovering overhead, giving him like a cold cloth for his forehead, like grabbing a towel and like waving, fanning him.
Shout out to the doctors and nurses at the Rose Medical Center.
They were amazing. They're
They
amazing.
were
On
top
Ed,
notch.
meanwhile,
They
I
really
almost
took good
bled
care of him.
out.
Well,
Thank God I like
never seen
band
anyone
sutured
bleed out
myself.
before. It was like out of The Shining. Like if you've ever seen a horror movie.
I had to like sew myself
I
up,
kid you not.
like pack myself up
If
with
you've ever
gauze.
seen a horror movie where the blood hits the floor
Uh-huh.
and starts like increasing in size.
Oh, and
the
it's just in the
puddle,
linoleum
and
floor.
I just never seen that before. So
And
I'm
it
sure
was-
her face was like this color white.
That's
I mean,
scary.
She lost all the color in her face, and it actually scared me.
Yeah, of
And
course.
so Ed
I'm
had,
glad
they
they
had
took
to
such
lie
good
Ed
care
down
of you,
on the
though.
sofa
Yeah.
and make sure he was okay.
I was totally in control, but they were very attentive, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, can I just say
Anyway.
that is a really good story and makes me feel better about when I had my first kid.
Uh-oh.
The nurse came in and I was getting an epidural. It was right before Collins was born, and she looked at Chris and said, "You need to sit down. Like, I need you to go over there and sit down." And he's like, "I'm fine. I can watch my
look at my
wife get
job.
a
I'm
needle in her back.
security.
Like, no problem."
Yeah.
And she looks at him and she goes, "We don't need 2 casualties in this room. Go sit down."
Smart.
And we were like, first of all, what's the first casualty?
Right. What's happening to
You
me?
know, like,
Yeah.
what's going on? And second of all, like, but now that I know that you can actually get woozy and someone like
Right.
Ed McCaffrey could get woozy from blood, then maybe, okay, I'm glad that Chris sat down and listened to orders because,
Well, when your wife's laying on the table,
Yeah.
you see a pool of blood.
yeah, it's terrifying.
Increasing in size, and the nurse asks the doctor if everything's okay, and then he's like, "Hold up," and then a buzzer goes off, and then more nurses come in to help out. It's a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
And
How do
so-
you remember? Because you were passed out on the sofa. They were
How have I
giving
never
you.
heard this story?
They were
Laser
now.
focus.
They were giving you ice chips.
Laser focus.
Literally, I just
Well,
wanted like a sip of water,
thank
a
goodness
morsel of food I hadn't
They
eaten in like
hydrated
24
me enough
hours.
so that I could remember and document.
Did you get an IV? Yeah. Did they give you?
They gave him a rub down,
Oh,
like
yeah.
everything, and I'm like bleeding out.
Yeah,
and
how
they're,
was your
like,
recovery
tending
from Dylan's
my
birth?
gosh.
I guess I've never asked. Is that the question you were trying to
Right.
ask?
So
Yeah.
how are you?
When
Have
we
you
gave
recovered?
birth.
Oh,
When we gave birth.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. When
That
we,
was the
don't
story I
you
came to Radio
ever
Row
say
for.
we. Yeah, there's no such thing as we when it comes to pregnancy.
Yeah. Whenever we say
You
we're
had
pregnant.
your 2 seconds of fun, and then
that was it. That was all your only part.
that's generous. Maybe
Oh
one.
boy. Okay.
We all
Ed,
contributed our way.
yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
You all had a role.
Takes a village.
It's true.
Wow.
Dylan wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. That is, we can say that.
Me and Dylan survived the ordeal.
Yeah, that's scary. That is scary because
Yeah.
you don't know things happen. Yeah, it's a whole deal.
Anyway,
so back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. More
Anyways.
important than me almost dying was yeah.
What was your favorite Super Bowl memory? You have a favorite Super Bowl memory?
Super Bowl 29 was the first one with the 49ers. Then we were blessed to be on Broncos, won Super Bowl 32. That was a really special one.
Yeah.
And then, Max and Christian were both at Super Bowl 33 running around in the confetti. So it's hard to pick one. I'd say personally, as a player, Super Bowl 32 was pretty darn special. They all were great, but it was the first one in Broncos history.
Yeah.
And I just remember I was in the V in the victory formation, and I had to have my knee drained like multiple times leading up to the game.
Was
so I
that
wasn't sure if
before or
was gonna
after I
play.
bled out from having Dylan? I forget.
This
I'm not
I got
sure.
queasy from my knee getting drained too, for what it's
Oh,
worth.
you
Okay.
did.
But,
okay, so we're even.
Yeah, pretty much even. but I got it shot up and drained. But I didn't know if I was playing the game, so I ended up playing. And I wanted to pick John Elway up so bad at the end of the game because he is laughing while crying and just turning around like.
Couldn't believe it happened.
And, you know, it was the first. I mean, so many Broncos fans have been disappointed over the
Yeah.
years with losing Super Bowls, and we were 14-point underdogs, and it was such an enormous victory. And I love my teammates. I love that team. And so to be part of that was pretty special. But I wanted to pick him up, and in my head I had me picking him up, lifting him over my head, and then with my knee, I'm like, I'm going to drop
With
John
your
Elway.
trick knee.
Kind of like me dropping
Yeah,
Dylan. I'm like, I might drop John Elway. That
With
would
the
not be
nurses.
good. So we settled for like a dap. And like,
No, you guys hugged.
headbutted.
You hugged.
We hugged, headbutted.
And
Yeah, but
he
I'm
kind
like,
of pushed you aside and went.
I'm not going to try to pick him up at this point. And then Rod Smith joined us in the backfield, and then we started to celebrate. But it was so fun. It was such a great.
I wasn't bleeding.
Such a great
and
family
just,
experience for us.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
The euphoria of that moment. So obviously, I grew up in Denver, and I was in high school. I got grounded for a very long time after that Super Bowl win because we had a party, and my mom came home, and
You did. Well,
we were celebrating.
It was worth it.
We were
Like
celebrating.
a Raiders fan or something?
No,
Yeah.
I think she felt like she actually was peer pressured by her friend because she said we could have a few friends over, and then
Right.
she went out with her girlfriend, came home, and
It was more than a
there
few.
it was more than
Yeah,
a
but
few,
come on, the
and there were
Broncos
some
won the
people out on
Super
the
Bowl.
street. I had a few friends that like
It was worth it.
people
Where is
were
she?
going
Tell her to
nuts.
calm
Well,
down. I want to talk
And
to her.
her,
I'm
my
guessing-
friend's mom looked at her and she said, "Do you think that was a good decision to let
yeah,
your
well,
to let your
I'm
daughter have?"
guessing your punishment was like nothing.
Yeah, it was.
a week.
My mom, I think,
What was your
immediately was like,
punishment for
"Well, I think I got grounded for like 2 weeks or something,
Calm
but
down.
it wasn't. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
but
was.
that's-
Oh, it was
it's-
well
come on,
worth it.
yeah, and the Broncos
And
won
I got
the
to go
Super
to the
Bowl.
and I got to go to the
Did you
parade.
go to the parade? Oh, good,
yeah,
good,
So
good.
it was.
Yeah.
She was. Yeah.
It was like a couple days later, so
Yeah.
it wasn't too much of a punishment.
My mom
Yeah.
actually didn't. She
Probably-
threatened to ground me,
probably-
but she
probably
didn't.
Yeah.
sunk in
I think she
the-
grounded me in front of her friend because I
Right,
think she
'cause
had the
she wants
like
to, save face.
Oh
like,
yeah,
oh,
like no, that
yeah.
wasn't a good idea.
I'm in control.
I mean, there
here.
was a couple of my girlfriends like had their shirts off and were running down the street. and there
Oh
was,
well,
you know,
the
there were some
Broncos won the
things.
Super Bowl.
People
My gosh,
were losing
stop.
their
Of
mind.
course
It
they're
was
gonna have their shirts
so
off.
awesome. It was euphoria.
Seriously,
It really was.
why was anyone even have clothes
Thank
on at
goodness
that
for Sean
point?
Payton. I think they might win again this year.
Oh,
Yeah, Ashley,
someone just
let's go.
texted me that
Where's
hosts
the
a
party?
Seattle radio talk show and said, "Is it Super Bowl or bust?" Now that Sean Payton's there.
Wow.
And I thought, well, given kind of what's going on, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know,
let's-
but I don't know. Is it
Yeah,
Super
every
Bowl or
year-
bust?
Every year Super Bowl or bust. Like your goal
Yeah,
should be to win the
that's true.
Super Bowl every year.
That's
Now
true.
Sean
But
Payton's
this-
going to be around for a minute. He's been there, done that. I think he's a rock star as a coach.
Okay.
I think the Broncos are headed in the right direction. I think it's going to be perfect for Russell Wilson. Watched him. Our son Max played for like a cup of coffee on the practice squad, and so I got an insight into their playbook and watched him film and found out a little bit more about him as a coach. He's very positive in the locker room, but he's very serious. He wants to win. And so you see him dancing after games, but he also believes you got to put in the work.
Yeah.
And if you don't buy into his culture, you won't be around very long. And if you do, you have a chance to succeed. So I'm excited with the hire, and I think, look, it's hard to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You can be great all year long, and a guy gets hurt, and all of a sudden, a key position, you don't have all your guys going into the game, and you lose. It's not easy to win a Super Bowl. How many great players, Dan Marino, Junior Seau, guys like that, tried so hard their whole careers to win a Super Bowl. So, but I think it's the right hire at the right time. I think Russell Wilson will be very receptive to his coaching. He doesn't need his QB coaching a lot.
There you go.
He'll work with him in the offseason, and I think it's a great decision, great hire.
Somebody walked by today and said, Where's your husband's Super Bowl rings? Because everybody that has won a Super Bowl struts around Radio Row with all their.
I've
So
seen a few.
you've got 3, but you don't have any of them
I
on.
only wear the one ring.
The one ring that
It's
matters.
the one
That's
that matters
right.
there.
Damn straight.
Well, they're
Where do
so-
they-
are
where do they
so
live?
Uncomfortable. Like
Yeah.
they're awkward, and you have
They're
to
big.
concentrate on not like dinging them or losing
Yeah,
them. Or,
yeah.
This
you
is
give
this
hand
is a
them
bigger
around.
feat than that. Staying
Yeah,
married
this
to
was-
me.
Yeah,
for that long.
yeah.
Yeah.
How many years is it now?
30.
Super Bowl 30.
We own,
Couple more to
I
go.
think we might last because we just went on a 4-hour road trip, just he and I, and we made it here, and we're still married.
Oh, I'm
And
really
we
happy.
even drove halfway, which was
Yeah,
impressive.
and we're still married.
Wow.
We did.
That's
Yeah, that's big time. Anyway,
Ed, you're the best. Thank you for honestly, I mean this, and you have been so supportive from day one, and you do more to promote this show than either of us have been
Yeah.
able to do. So thank you.
Well, you guys do a phenomenal.
I
you're
really
just getting
appreciate it.
started.
I know.
Is it
Yeah.
1 year tomorrow?
So it's tomorrow is our 1 year anniversary of when we met in LA.
Okay.
To
And
go record our very first episode. Now we didn't actually post that until July.
Right.
But we
Recorded
Lisa
it
should,
and
and
held it.
I kept being like, is Lisa actually going to show up? Like I rented this podcast studio and I told her to meet this random Starbucks, and you showed up just
Yeah,
like in
ready
all
to
your
go.
glory with
Let's
all
go.
this amazing lip gloss, and you were like, let's
Yeah.
go do a podcast,
Which I
and it was a really
we did
special
it.
day.
We ran with it.
And
It's
then
been
you
a
made a
blast.
joke that I was laughing about for 20 minutes when you said you had to go back to the hotel and breastfeed Christian.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is the tip of the iceberg for you guys. Your show
Thank
is
you.
better than what you might even think.
Thank
have a
you.
great rapport, and
I appreciate
I
that.
can't
You know,
wait to
I'm-
see what
No.
this becomes.
Yeah, I have to say it's been fun being here because there's other like stations and players,
Yes.
and people that are like, oh, you're from your mom, and even somebody was like, hey, I'm curious, what's your mom? Like people come by, what's
Yeah.
your mom? And other people have actually heard of it and seen clips and actually see or listen to episodes. I'm like, wow,
It is.
people are listening.
People
Let's
are
go.
listening. It is very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we can't let you go without you telling everyone your favorite thing about Lisa as a mom.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about Lisa, she's not my
As a
mom.
mom.
but,
I know, but as a mom.
Like Lisa,
Because
you know,
I'm sure you've told Lisa plenty of things that you love
First
about
of-
her and appreciate her as a wife, but
well,
like,
you've
what do you
learned-
respect about her as a
you've
mom?
learned about her personality working with her. She
Sorry.
has so much energy and so much enthusiasm, and she's poured that into all of our children,
Yeah.
raising them. And I think as a parent, two of the greatest things you can do for your kids is give them your time and let them know you love them and you're proud of them. And she has done that with all of our boys. There's no way I could have raised them where they would have turned out the way they did without Lisa, and I love her for that. Thank you.
Amen. That is a great answer.
So I'll keep you around as my first
I
husband for a little
know.
longer.
We're gonna
now.
just
Still have to
Jimmy
get the
G, just hold on a little bit
Sorry.
longer. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. Didn't mean to burst your bubble.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
listening.
That's a wrap from day one at Radio Row.
Yeah. It's been a great day.
It
Great
has
2
been a
days.
great day.
Really.
Yeah.
Well, last night. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All right.
yeah, you have a hot
You
tub
survived.
to get in, don't you?
Yeah. Go. Don't you
Yeah,
have
don't
like
you
your
need a
nails? Do you have a nail
massage?
appointment?
This was
There's
a
some
lot.
spots I can't reach.
Yeah.
You
Go
can help
ahead and
me.
give him a little bit on there. Yeah. Let's end with.
Let me put the little flex power on the
Yeah.
shoulders.
We got. I'm gonna have to upload this. Not safe for kids.
I could use this after games because Lisa,
Yeah.
if you've ever sat next to her at a game, will punch you like 100 times during
Sorry.
the game, and you will be sore if you sit next to her.
She hit me in the leg last night when
should
Donna
just-
Kelsey got on the stage, and I have a
did.
bruise.
I'm
You hit me so
sorry.
hard.
You wanted to kick me, didn't you? That's
I
why
was
we
like,
have flex
"Ow."
power.
I was on the phone with Chris, and he goes, "What's wrong?" And I was like,
trying to say, wait, you're not looking. What? How are you missing this? It's Donna Kelsey. It's our number one get this week.
Oh.
Right
To
there.
me during the games, like, oh my gosh, Lisa, it's killing my arm. They can't sit next
You know what?
to
I'm gonna take the little flex power samples for every game now and just hand it to the
hand 'em
person
to
next
Val.
to me and say
That's
sorry
right.
in advance. Use this. It'll make you feel better tomorrow.
Get moving, stay moving, baby.